There is big war going on right now in the footballing world. Big war between Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, and UEFA as a whole, and the UEFA president. There's big war going on between them. All because FIFA came out to say they want to commercialize the World Cup. They want to commercialize the World Cup and sell 20% stake to private investors. Meaning they want to commercialize it, and they've even valued it at $20 billion. They want to commercialize it, sell 20% stake, raise over 4 point something billion and get more money to FIFA. That's basically it's just a thing of like tool of making more money. That's what they want to do. UEFA, they've come and said they are not in support. They are not in support. Is that they, to them, according to them, they said it's like selling the soul of football. And which I agree with that, because you cannot commercialize the World Cup. It's football. You cannot commercialize football. Like, leave it as it is, as the way people leave it as it is. There's still more money to be made. The World Cup has showed us that there is more money to be, because you cannot commercialize it. And the funny thing is, FIFA has actually gone as far as talking to the footballing nations body that they have up to like 53 days to comply with his plan. They have 53 days to comply with his plan and get $20 million, or they are going to cut their funding by over 70%. You trust my country. I trust my country to actually go with that plan. $20 million. I trust my country and other African country to go with that plan. I know. You don't even need to tell me. I know that they're going to go with that plan. But to be very honest, it doesn't make sense, because if you are selling to private investors, for example, you sell to private investors that maybe they don't even really know much about football. See, the thing is, at the end of the day, those companies they'll be there to just make their money. They'll just be there for the bottom line, like, okay, how do we make more money off it? And are they going to make more money? Is from ticket sales, put controversies, and then like influence the game. And that will actually make them influence the game. That's just the thing. They're going to influence the game. And that is not good for football. Because if they know that this match is going to cause controversy and it's going to make more money, they put this one and this one. If you put this one to go far, it's going to make more. They will want to do it, because why? Those companies are there to make money, and it doesn't make sense. That is the thing that UEFA is trying to avoid. UEFA has even gone as far as saying no European team is going to compete in the World Cup. That's what they said. They said no European team is going to compete in the World Cup. In 4 years from now, the World Cup is going to be 100 years, which is going to be a huge milestone, century. That is a huge milestone. And that is something that you want every single footballing nation to be there. But UEFA now, they're saying no UEFA team is going to compete in the World Cup. And imagine a World Cup without UEFA teams. You don't have teams like France, Spain, Portugal, like England. You don't have teams like that in the World Cup. How would it be? It just be like Africa versus the African continent versus Asian continent versus South America, North American continent. Like, it doesn't make sense, to be very honest. It doesn't make sense. So FIFA and UEFA, they need to fix this thing. This war is actually intense, to the point that UEFA has even gone as far as trying to select their own candidates, the PSG's chairman, owner of PSG, to compete against Infantino in the World Cup election and FIFA election, to compete against the FIFA president in the FIFA election in 2027. That's how far it has gone. It doesn't make sense. And to be very honest, I just feel like this thing is a form of like, it's coming from greed. The thing is coming from greed, because maybe they saw how much they made in the World Cup this year. They saw how much they made in the World Cup. That's over 13 billion that was generated in revenue in the World Cup. And they just felt that, okay, they can make more if they sell like this, if they do like this, they do like this. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Gianni Infantino needs to come like put his sense together and actually put this plan, because like he's selling football, he's selling the soul of football. That's how it is. He's selling football. Because there's no way these investors are not going to try to influence decisions of the game, because they are there for money. Ticket sales brings money. Like tickets, I feel like maybe tickets will even be more inflated than how much it was sold. And you know, all those things, it will be like mainly to like private investors that are in US or private investors that are in like places that okay, they are going to be competing, or the Qatari investors, Saudi, those people. So it will not be like okay, between Qatar, Saudi, or the US, who is going to host the World Cup. It's just be around. It doesn't make sense. See, this thing needs to be fixed. It's more like you are selling football, selling the soul. I know African countries, most African countries are going to comply with it because they are going to get $20 million at the end of the day. I know my country, they might likely comply with it. But we need to actually see this and think this through, because at the end of the day, football is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be like, it's for everyone. It shouldn't be commercialized. This is just my own opinion. Anyway, thank you for watching this video to this point. Do also like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notification. Thank you. Let's get to 50 subscribers and then 100 subscribers. Thank you.